שלום עליכם וברוכים בואכם ללקחי שפת העברים. שלום לכולכם. בטרם החלנו את הלקח, אנוכי חפץ לברכו. ברוך אתה אבינו אלוהינו אדוננו אלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב. לך כל הכבוד והחוד. אנו פתחנה את ליבנו לקבל ולהשכיל בחוכמתך, בדעתך ובתבונתך, בשם ישוע, אמן. In this video of Hebrew Foundations Conversational Hebrew, we'll be talking about the conjunctive wow, which is and in English. There are more definitions to the word, but for simplicity's sake, we'll start with and. So there are 5 rules of the conjunctive wow in Hebrew. The definition of wow, we, in Hebrew, would be and in English, and therefore, also, but, then. We'll be concentrating on and for clarity and simplicity's sake, and also time in this video. In upcoming videos, I will further explain what other definitions it may take on. So the first rule that we have is that the conjunctive wow is pronounced we in Hebrew. Sefer, sefer, sefarim, it, ha'etin. The second rule would be that the wow, if it precedes a beth, mem, pe, or a consonant or letter that takes a shua, that wow then takes a shurek in its bosom. So it's pronounced woo. Remember, the consonant we must start with a consonant first in Hebrew and then a vowel. So the wow is not absent to that rule. So this is wu veitho, wu vokar, wu mayim, wu moshe, wu fo, wu fenino, wu sforim. And notice that you have a pe here, and also it takes the shua. The third rule would be that if the second syllable, or you can say second word, is in pause, then that wow takes on a kamis. So you have yom wa laylo, lehem wa yayin. Same thing with sefer wa it. They're usually words that have some connection to each other. The fourth rule would be if you have a hatif, the conjunctive wow receives the same vowel point as the hatif. So here we have hatif segol, here we have hatif pasah, here we have the hatif qamis. So before that, we have the segol in the wow, we have the patah on the wow, and then we have the qamis on the wow. So this is we Elohim, And usually for this, one might see, let's see if I can, okay. You'll see Welohim. And Welohim, okay. So Welohim is different than Elohim, which is natural. This is naturally how it would look. But for purposes that I shan't go into, again, because of clarity and time purposes, we'll do this perhaps in another video. Why it's Welohim. We have We'elisha, We'ani, We'anahnu, We'uniya, We'holi. The fifth and final rule would be that if you have a yod that follows the waw, that waw receives a hirek underneath it. So it becomes we, and it is a long vowel. We and not we. We Huda, we Muel, we Honathan. After Aleph, He, Waw, and Yod, the letters Beth, Gimel, Daleth, Kaf, Pe, and Tau receive no daresh. But this rule is not a rule to which the Tanakh always adheres. So we'll see a few, very few of these, of this rule. So I'll be reintroducing the vocabulary words to you. So we have shalom, which means peace, wholeness, wellness. Sefer, seforim, book, parchment, scrolls. Et, etin, stylus, writing utensil, pens, or pen. So I added the S in parentheses just on the final definition. You can add it to the rest. It's just for time's sake. Menorah, menoroth, lampstand. Ner, neroth, candlestick. She. Now the asterisk here just means that this word is not attested within classical to late biblical Hebrew. So I know that I used it in the first video as an example, but going forward, I shan't use the plural form. Just because this is actually, it can be collective as well. But son is usually used as the collective. Same thing with Taish. Instead of you have here Teoshim. Okay? So all of these are male words except menorah. That's the only female word that we have here. We have is and izim. Is the female counterpart to Taish, which is a male goat. So this is a female goat. Izim is the plural form of is. Peri, fruit. Peroth, fruits. Beitzon, egg. Beitzim, eggs. Now, this is a female or feminine in gender word. Okay, and however, here you have a male word that ends in oth instead of yim. And this occurrence happens frequently within Hebrew. Bakar, Bekarim, Bakar is cattle. And this is a very rare occurrence here where you have cattles. It doesn't happen often. Boker, morning. Bekorim, mornings. Erev, which is evening. And Arovim, evenings. Lailo, night. Leil, night, but it's more of a poetic word, a poetic formation here. Leloth, this is nights. Sahoraim is noonday or noon. So we have ir and arim. It's a feminine word, even though it ends in yod mem. It means city, cities. Har harim, it is a masculine word, and it means mountain, mountainside, hillside, hill, countryside, and there's a few other meanings as well. At-tara is a crown or a diadem. It's a crown to a Hebrew or Israelite king. At-taroth is the plural version of it, and it's a feminine noun. Okay? So even though it's a feminine noun, it does not mean that the noun attaches to a feminine being. Okay? So kether is, and kethorim, masculine noun, and this means a crown or diadem to a Persian king. Then you have Nevar and Nezorim, masculine noun, and it's a crown to a high priest. So we have Av and Avoth. Av, father, Avoth, forefathers or fathers or ancestors, depending upon the context, and it's a male noun. It's a masculine noun. Im, mother. Imoth, mothers, foremothers, or ancestors, depending upon the context again. And it's a feminine noun. Ben, son. Banim, sons. And it's a masculine noun. There are other definitions, but for simplicity's sake, we'll say son or sons. Bath, daughter. Banoth, daughters, feminine noun. Ah, brother. Ahim, brothers, masculine noun. Notice how it has the yod and mem for masculine and waw and tau for the feminine. Ahoth, sister. Ahoyoth, sisters. Ish, man. Anoshim, men. Now, when we get to Isha, which is woman, Nashim is women. So Nashim is the word for women. And notice how you have the Yod Mem here. And this is something that's special in Hebrew. So it often happens, but there are special cases where it happens. Okay? So we have here lahem, and lahem means bread or food, depending upon the context. Davar, devarim. Davar means thing, matter, word, and a few other definitions. And it's masculine. Horba, horavoth. It's a feminine noun, and it means desolation. Mayim, it's plural, masculine, and it means water or waters. Oniya, oniyos, means boat or boats. It's a feminine noun. Holi, masculine noun, and it means illness or sickness or an ailment. Okay. Next we have the adjectives. Tov, tova, tovim, tovoth. Good. Ra, ra'a, ra'im, ra'oth. Bad, wicked, evil. Tzaddik, tzaddiko, tzaddikim, tzaddikos. Righteous. Hasid, hasido, hasidim, hasidoth. Pious or faithful. Kadosh, kadosha, kadoshim, kadoshoth. Holy. Tahor, tahora, tahorim, tahoroth. Clean. Tameh, temeo, temeim, temeoth. Unclean. Tam. Temima, temimim, temimoth. It can mean upright. Something like yashar. Continuing our adjectives, we have haruth, harutzo, harutzim, harutzoth. And haruth means diligent, industrious, sharp. Pil'i, pil'iyo, pil'iyim, pil'iyoth. Now, this means wonderful. I didn't want to use nifla because that's a participle. And in Hebrew, at least biblical to late biblical Hebrew, one used more of participles and nouns to convey adjectives. So I wanted to use a true adjective. So we have pil'i instead of nifla. Gadol, gadola, gadolim, gadoloth. Grand, large, big. Katon or katon. Ketanno, katanim, ketannos. Small, tiny. Tsar, tsoro, tsorim, tsoroth. And this means narrow or straight. Rahav, rehava, rehavim, rehavoth. This means broad or wide. Nehmad, nehmada, nehmadim, nehmadoth. This means pleasant. Na'im, na'ima, na'imim, na'imoth. This means pleasant or pleasing. Same thing with nehmad. It can be pleasing or pleasant. What's most favorable? Next we have ani, anochi. That means I or me. Anahnu means us or we, depending upon the context. Atto, at. You, masculine. You, feminine. Atem. You, masculine plural. Aten, atenno. You, feminine plural. The, this, zoth, this. The is this, masculine. Zoth is this, feminine. Who is he? He is she. Next we have him, himmo, they, masculine. Hin, hidno, they, feminine. Hal, han are the long form of the. Ha, short form of the. We, and. Kin, yes, so, thus. Affirmative. Lo, no, negative. Or not so. You can say lo, you can say lo kin. Or lo chen, depending upon the context. Next, lama, why, madua, why, e, where, efo, where, aye, where. There are other forms of where, but I won't be talking about those until we get further down in the lessons, and also until we get to verbs, because they pair well. So we have Avraham Yitzchak, Abraham and Isaac. Haner po menorah sham. The candlestick is here and the lampstand is over there. Lahem umayim, bread and water. Av wa'im, or av wa'im, father and mother. Har gadol po ve'ir ketan sham. A great mountain or a large or grand mountain is here, and a small city is there or over there. Ha'atara ha'ketana, fo, or you can say po. Remember the rule. Wisham ha'nezer ha'gadol vin ha'no'im. So the small crown is here, and the large and pleasing or pleasant crown of the high priest is over there or there. Ha'ir pil'iyya ugdhola. The city is wonderful and grand. Aye ha'uniyya ha'rehava hazoth. Where is this wide boat? Ha'uniyya ha'rehava hazoth sham ufo. This wide boat is there and here. Po ha'uniyya hatzara. Here is the narrow boat. Okay. So we have a few more sentences here. Efol David, Shlomo, Yehuda. Where is David, Solomon, and Judah? Yehuda fo, or you could say Yehuda po, Shlomo David sham. Judah is here, and Solomon and David are over there. Miha nashim hatemimim ha'ele. Who are these upright men? Ha'anashim hatemimim ha'ele ahimhem. These upright men are brothers, or brothers are they. Okay, but notice how the pronoun is at the end instead of saying ha'ele and then him, ahim. Umi ha'ahayot ha'ele. And who are these sisters? Ha'ahayot ha'ele Sharai wa Avigail. These are Sharai and Avigail. Ma had-devarim ha'ele. What are these things or matters or words? Ha'ele devarim kadoshim. These are holy matters, holy words, holy things. Sefer wa'it. So sefer is book, parchment, scroll. It is stylus, pen, writing utensil. So let's say book and pen. Po washam, here and there. Sedom wa Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah. David Wihonathan po. David and Jonathan are here. Ha'ish tameh. The man is ceremonially unclean, unfit. Ha'isha tehora. The woman is ceremonially clean. Hey guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, when you subscribe, click on all so you can be notified when there is a new video posted. Tova al re'otechem. Thanks for watching.